I probably severed these clips longer than I intended to. Not even because they were shocking, but because the order they arrived in said more than any single one of them. Let's just start.
As I be sitting and pondering and thinking about shit, you know, this Texas heat is hot as hell. A smart-ass, intelligent, young black man was sitting around hot as fuck one day and was just like, man, say, I know I can make something to where we can be cool the fuck off in this shit, okay? Because it's too fucking hot. Some smart, intelligent, genius-ass black man invented the air conditioning, okay? And black people have just invented so many things, so many products, so many ways to live better. Okay, we have created so many things, and for the white man to come and steal that shit and take ownership of it, like y'all thought of that shit, like y'all really invented that shit. Like, that's fucking disturbing to me. And y'all not shit for that. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all are not shit. Y'all literally stole a whole fucking culture. Y'all literally pillaged and killed people just so y'all can fucking come up. Like, all the shit that y'all harboring, gold, land, all that shit ain't even y'all's. But y'all want us to be friends with y'all? Y'all want to come to the fucking cookout? Y'all want to come to the fucking cookout so y'all can be nosy and shit and see what the fuck we up to and see what we doing. Y'all just don't like when we just happy and living our life all nilly-willy. We can't be living our life all nilly-willy and happy and shit. Oh, no. Motherfuckers like white people gotta fucking come fuck shit up. So, yeah. Fuck no, y'all ain't invited. No, you're not. You're not fucking invited. You're not included. Blacks only, bitch.
Yeah, the first one up. There's no warm-up with that one, right? Black is to create. That's the overlay on the video. She sits there on a hot day and decides the entire catalog of modern comfort came from one group, black people, from us. No credit to the people who actually, filed the patents, I'm sorry. No mention of the labs, the funding, the timeline, just a feeling turned into fact. When every problem is someone else's fault and every solution is already ours, you never have to build anything new. You just keep talking. That's not power either. That's a comfort loop. It gets louder from here.
So, you white people, y'all are disgusting. Y'all are killers. You're conniving. Y'all don't do nothing but steal. Y'all take. Y'all bullies. Y'all are most definitely killers. Y'all ratchet. Y'all terrible. Y'all race is sickening. Y'all talk about black people real bad, and I'm talking about you racist people. But I don't see y'all talking about yourselves. When y'all stop having sex with animals, let me know about it. Michael Vick went to prison and behind a dog. And we all know y'all come from dogs. Y'all Neanderthal.
So she runs down the list, right? Disgusting, killers, stealers, bullies, racist, sickening, and then obviously the animal claim. No hesitation, no straight collective indictment right here. Notice how the same people who demand you to never judge a whole group suddenly have no problem doing it when the target is white. It's not justice, man. That's selective permission. I'm trying to tell y'all. And the algorithm, it still pushes it because the rage travels way faster than restraint. Now, I want you to watch how history gets handled when the goal is the same energy.
Do you know who the first Republican president was? George Washington. No. Oh, he knows. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, friend of the slaves. Abraham Lincoln, first Republican president. The Republicans were the anti-slavery party. while the Democrats were perfectly fine keeping slaves. But what happens? The South had all the slaves. So the South is not going to be Republican. The South was Democrats. 100 years. In the South, they had Jim Crow, they had segregation, they had all of that, and they were just fine with it.
Unfortunately, I didn't know that clip was going to end there. So
You know who the first Republican president was?
I'm over here eating some trail mix. But they, to slap Neil deGrasse Tyson's name on it like a stamp of authority. The actual record is public, right? The party that defended slavery, wrote the black codes and enforced Jim Crow for generation was not the one that today modern society is pointing at. Yet the edit always starts after the part that makes the modern narrative uncomfortable. So I'm glad he spoke the truth here and told the truth behind the Republican Party. When you need the past to stay useful, you only keep chapters that fit the current argument for most people. Everything else becomes outdated. Now, from historical slavery to workplace slavery, y'all, in one jump.
To me, it seemed like it was almost like buck breaking.
Slavery term.
Where you're the outspoken one, you're alpha. Let's embarrass him so everybody else gets in line. So nobody else talks crazy to us anymore, goes through emails or whatever. Like, no, let's teach him a lesson. Let's embarrass him on national TV so that they all line up.
Yeah, I think that could be part of it, Like, I also know that this is a private company. They get to make their decisions based on what they want to make them on what they want to do. What I do know is they didn't take a vote. This wasn't about the majority, right? This wasn't about the people I work with day to day, because my phone don't say that. Production people who ain't worked with me in 5-6 years. Thank you for how you treated me. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for your professionalism. Thank you for showing up constantly. Monday night. Thank you for always. If we didn't have any talent on a meeting, you were always there. You were always on time. You were always building things for the other people on that set. Thank you.
So Ryan Clark used the phrase, well, I don't even know the other guy's name, buck breaking, I'm sorry. A term from the most brutal chapter of American history, right? Applied to a multi-million-dollar media exit. Now, he has every right to be angry about how he may have been treated, but when every professional disagreement becomes a slavery metaphor, the real history starts losing weight. Stops being memory and starts being a weapon you pull out whenever the room doesn't clap for you, and I don't think that's strength. That's inflation, if you ask me. Now, we're going to go back in the past again. They spent years protecting you from seeing in full is the clip I want to play for you right now.
We're going to create a new banner. This is a Jump Doc alert. NBA superstar LeBron James is talking politics again.
I know you guys are excited to see her. I didn't know you guys would be excited to see me too, but thank you. As much as you guys will love to hear from me, I would much rather love to hear from our next president, Miss Hillary Clinton.
Now a historic moment. We can now project the winner of the presidential race. CNN projects Donald Trump wins the presidency.
And this time it's R-rated. Here's his barely intelligible, not to mention ungrammatical take on President Trump in a new ESPN podcast.
The number one job in America, the point of person, is someone who doesn't understand the people and really don't give a about the people.
But wait, there's more gripping insight. ESPN host Carrie Champion asked James and fellow NBA star Kevin Durant about what she described as Trump's racist comments.
I feel like our team as a country is not ran by a great coach. It's not even a surprise when he says something. It's not even surprising. It's like laughable. It's like
It's laughable.
it's laughable and it's
But
scary.
But it's also scary
Right,
because
right.
I shouldn't be numb to your racist
Right,
comments.
right.
I shouldn't be numb to your behavior.
I'm numb to this commentary. Like, must they run their mouths like that? Unfortunately, a lot of kids and some adults take these ignorant comments seriously. Look, there might be a cautionary lesson in LeBron for kids. This is what happens when you attempt to leave high school a year early to join the NBA. And it's always unwise to seek political advice from someone who gets paid $100 million a year to bounce a ball. Oh, and LeBron and Kevin, you're great players, but no one voted for you. Millions elected Trump to be their coach. So keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble. We'll be right back.
Good.
I'm still trying to get over the fact that Kevin Durant said, I feel like our country is not ran by a great coach. Does that mean I should go for a ran tomorrow morning before my radio show? Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Now, you never usually hear that clip in full at all. Laura didn't just say, shut up and dribble. She laid out the platform, the money, the lack of votes, and the double standard in one clean stretch. Now, the clip version made her look cool, right? That was the goal. The full version makes the athletes look unprepared. When you have $100 million in a microphone, the expectation, shouldn't be that the country sits quietly while you lecture it. That's not silencing, man. That's reciprocity. Last one, y'all. Different temperature.
America's the best country in the world. That's real. I think us as America, us black people, we need to start taking accountability. You know what I'm saying? We as black people, we tend to victimize ourselves too much. We tend to always think, the white people are racist towards us, when in reality, we need to do better as a whole. I just think that a lot of black people they always tend to blame other people rather than actually take accountability with themselves and do better. The reality is, we make up 13% of the population, but we make up more than 50% of murders and stuff like that, and it just ends up it's just bad overall, you know what I'm saying? So I think us black people need to look within ourselves and just do better. Y'all may hate me for this, but, I think we just do it better. Let's actually look at it within ourselves, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I appreciate you, though.
Okay. So a young black man on the street, obviously no script, no overlay screaming at you either. He says the part that doesn't give you likes, which is take accountability. Stop making white people the permanent excuse. Stop living inside the victim frame. That voice is quieter because it doesn't feed the machine. It asks something harder. Personal ownership and culture that keeps selling the opposite. And somehow that makes him or I or us the radical ones. Now, we just watched, different versions of the same move. Inflate the injury, erase the complexities, demand a room to stay silent while you speak. Then when your man stepped outside that whole move, the difference isn't left or right, it's whether you need a story to stay broken so you never have to fix yourself. Most people will scroll past this and keep the version that feels good. A few will sit with this one and, sit with the one that doesn't, rather. Those few are the ones who actually move anything. So I want you to write the word own in the comments if you made it to the end of this, and if you, caught the shift between the 5 clips versus the very last one. And I want to leave y'all with, whoever conceals his transgressions will not prosper, but he who confesses and forsakes them will obtain mercy. Proverbs 28:13. Be safe. Please go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.